All right, so welcome back to another scene for This Life, the Get of Fenris game set in Duluth, Minnesota on the Sept of the Hearthspire, where today fuck it, we'll set it in the early morning because it's just pretty and nice and strangely convenient. And at least in the case of this particular character, we'll have Charlotte in fact wandering down past the lake because the ravens do keep their little pack house right on the lake edge. And one second. All right. So the ravens do have their pack house right at the edge of the lake, and Charlotte does take a certain amount of solace in, well, at least 2 out of 3, and a particular solace in one member of that pack, and has probably ended up curled up next to Leaf on the porch swing in the early morning, just kind of being calm, which is nice. But those early wee hours have started to pass, and eventually Leaf will be doing things like going to bed or getting up to go about his day. And Charlotte will be getting up to go about hers. So, yeah, she'll be wandering down the lake edge. Finally, a little bit more mellow and just sauntering along.
As Charlotte wanders around the corner of the lake edge, they kind of are just wandering, probably daydreaming, just mind elsewhere, just on autopilot, effectively. Just that kind of mind finally at rest. Just that's all you need. Just a little bit of peace, quiet. The sound of the water just slowly rippling against a few of the reeds and such. The kind of shallow water plants. Just a slight agitation from little bits of wildlife getting all, a few ducks or whatever just in between. Then suddenly you hear the sounds of somebody. And the sound of splashing, heavy splashing.
Yeah, there'll be a stray glance, kind of as a matter of course. You can't hear that and not like glance over to see what the fuck.
So it being Duluth, Minnesota in the December time, it's fucking freezing. There's a chill on the air. It might not be snowing per se, but jeez, it's still cold. And you see doing the butterfly coming out the water. As he rises out the water, whoosh, in a big splash, beard dripping wet, hair being thrown over like some kind of L'Oreal advert. Opening his arms, just like.
One of her eyebrows begins a slow retreat towards her hairline.
And he begins to make his way out. But the kind of about waist deep, you could see that's chest hair. There is chest hair and just sheer amount of muscle mass on this guy. Yeah, like I said, he looked pretty stocky before. Now you can see it. Yeah, you know what? Fucking jeez. Okay, he wasn't lying. And he just comes wading out of the water. It appears he is no stranger to the nudity thing either. As he just comes parading out.
The puzzled stare becomes a flit of the eyes pretty much anywhere else. Charlotte is not exactly rocking her body shape either, to be fair. It's early morning on the Sept. There's snow around. She's probably bundled in like at least 3 layers with a big, like, frumpy sweater on top. She's just comfortable right now. So, yeah, she just kind of glances offside, like, oh, okay. And that curtain matches the drapes. Noted. Kind of glance aside. Like, I was not expecting it, but here it is.
Yeah, as you look away, you just hear, "Oh, hello there."
Hey.
And you look back, and he's already got a towel wrapped around his waist, kind of drying, already one over his chest, because he seems to be getting dry pretty quickly. Because guess what? It's fucking cold. Little bits of frost already starting to go across that just wild mane of his.
Do you, tempt fate regularly?
Oh, aye.
Okay. You know what? To each their own. Just the little head shake of, I don't even know what's happening right now.
What do you mean, Raya? It's cold.
Yeah, it's really cold.
And there's nothing to get the blood pumping like a good old fucking swim. I tell you that now, Raya. You should try it. Makes you feel fresh, invigorated, wakes you up better than any of that coffee.
In December? In
Aye.
Minnesota?
Oh, aye.
The lake's like half frozen.
Oh, no, it's nothing. This is nothing. This is absolutely nothing. Two legs back in Scotland. Oh, yeah. They're not frozen, mind you, they're not frozen. But that is a death trap. Little thin sheets of ice. Little thin sheets of ice. You just step on and push straight through it. Next thing you know, your balls are halfway up through your chest.
I will take your word for it. That sounds bracing.
Well, are you going to Scotland? You're going to Scotland anytime soon, Ryder?
I doubt it.
Right, then you'll have to take my word for it.
Finally kind of grins. Oh, God. I think I'll stick with the coffee.
And as he's finally getting himself dry, because the idea of when you have been out for a cold swim, you need to dry quick. Suddenly, that's putting on a baggy shirt and stuff, like a jumper, or for the Americans here, a sweater. He just plops on a beanie.
Oh, God. She just looks down and kind of rubs the side of her face like, oh, boy.
What? What's the matter, Aya?
Nothing
wrong. Are you sure?
Yep, it's good.
Are you sure, Aya?
Yeah, it's fine.
100%.
Is he actually getting closer?
Just the intensity.
She just kind of looks over at him like, oh, God, this is happening. Like, you can see it, it's written on our face. She's like, yep, I think I'm good.
Why? You look a little bit bemused, if you don't mind me saying, Raya.
I do not mind, and you don't need to drop Raya every couple sentences. It's fine.
Oh, I tap, but all right, of course, whatever you say, Raya. It's just where I'm from. My den father, he used to say, Alistair, if you didn't make sure to go proper respects, I'll twist your nuts off. And you know what? One time he did, and it really hurt.
Oh.
Aye, it did. It really hurt. I wasn't a very good cop. Not at all.
Oh.
Oh, aye. He's the Oaks Vigil was his deed name. It's a lupus. Very, very fine girl. I'm only realizing that now in hindsight, of course. At the time, I hated him. Oh, I hated him. I fucking hated that man with a passion. But I know, looking back, he's a good dog.
Did you just say a good dog?
Aye.
She looks like she's about to choke.
What?
Nothing?
Oh, he was always a sweetie. He never would admit it.
In the defense of your cub self, most good Gru aren't necessarily good people. So, she kind of shrugs.
You don't need to justify it. I'm well over that now, past it. I don't have to. No point holding hard feelings. I still talk to him every now and then. He's very good.
No, yeah.
Aye, Philodox.
You know what? Sounds legit.
Right.
Come around on my own den parents. Gotta admit, I was not Lena's biggest fan as a cub.
Oh, you're from here?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. But it is what it is, you know. Yeah, people grow on you. At the end of the day, you got to remember, you know, we're all in this together.
Well, that in a little perspective makes a lot of difference.
And it's, you know, well, you have to, definitely. I'm definitely someone, you know, after a bit more experience. Oh, I've definitely seen a little bit myself.
I believe it. You know what? I know you said you don't need coffee after a dip like this, but I still need coffee. So, you game for a walk and a talk? I'd like to hear about the stuff that you've seen back home.
Well, just so happens for you, Aya, I am more than happy to tell any fucking story that I've got. I've got plenty of them, lots of them. But what I don't have an experience as a Gauru, I have an experience as a fucking man. Human, you know, dancing around, being all just fucking normal and shit.
Always a good skill set to have.
Why? Well, of course. Why wouldn't it be?
It's I think some people overlook the value sometimes.
I might be a 9-foot death machine, but I'm not a 9-foot death machine now, though, am I?
You indeed are not.
Exactly. So, come on, let's get you that coffee.
Oh, thank the Lord. And yeah, she deviates. And I will leave it to you. Would you rather them head for like the public housing in the kitchen there, or like actual trip out?
Where does Charlotte start walking?
She probably just orients out of habit on the fucking public housing.
Good, because that's where he's staying. So, yep, he's more than happy just to march that way.
Fabulous. Yeah, she just orients on the public housing and, you know, just kind of catches up to fall into step with them because, I mean, it seemed really weird to be walking to the same place together at a distance.
Yeah, and he's more than happily just march. It's not too far away, really. That he stops. All right. Wow. I must ask a question first.
Okay.
Are we planning on sitting outside, or are we going inside?
I like central heating. I can sit outside if you want.
I'm asking. You know, I'm being polite, Raya.
I thought if you were going to give me a bunch of stories, the least I could do is concede which one you'd prefer.
I'm being polite, Raya. You're the Raya here, Raya.
Suppose I am. All right, and inside.
All right, then so be it. I will give you the greatest of my hospitality, the best that I can in a home that is not entirely mine, but still mine to a point.
I won't stop you.
Good, you don't have a fucking choice. Starts walking in.
She's still just kind of idly bemused and just follows him in because what else are you going to do, really?
Yeah, no, he goes inside. You hear the usual clash bangs of other people in the public housing because guess what? It's public housing.
Mm-hmm.
He goes away. I don't 100% know how to set up. I imagine it's just kind of like a big cabin that's like apartments.
It's a really big cabin with like, you know, you've got halls of rooms and then you've got like a central living area and a large shared kitchen. You got bathrooms in the various halls.
Sweet. I thought as much.
Yeah.
So either way, he goes over to the kitchen area and it starts shifting through the cupboards. I had coffee. What kind of coffee do you like, Raya?
I think there's a dark roast up there.
A what?
You know what? She kind of leans over to glance because she'll recognize like major labels at a distance. That pink and orange one there should be Dunkin' Dark.
Looks up. Oh. Okay, I'm not used to the American brands, alright?
That's fair enough.
What? Just look at this. Look at this pot. The size of me head. Size of me head. This cost me $2.50. $2. That's like £2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at it. It's a lot of coffee.
Oh yeah.
A lot of coffee. No,
We drink a lot of coffee over here.
You know what? I don't doubt it. Not at all. Starts, putting the coffee in the coffee thing because Tom doesn't know coffee.
That is okay. He can either use a coffee pot. In fact, it's probably safer if he tries to use the coffee pot. So if he looks like he's struggling, she might offer idle.
Let's have a look.
With my luck, he's going to put on the kettle and try to figure out how you get the coffee in the water without actually putting the coffee in the water.
You know what? As it is not a common thing in Europe to have coffee pots like the Americans do, unless you work in a place that actually sells proper coffee, which he definitely fucking didn't. And with a 0 technology score, yes, I'm going to say he just looks like, puts it to the side. Or he reaches up, pulls out tea bags, puts one in a cup, starts making his own drink because he's like just kind of scratching his head, looking at the coffee because it's beans, like beans. It's not.
Would you like a? Would you like a hand?
To be honest, I don't know what I'm doing with this. This just kind of lifts up the big glass coffee pot from the thing.
I gotcha. I'll give you a crash course. Good way to make friends. Coffee. Whew. Yeah, and she finally hops down off. I assume there's like a little bar counter there so people can sit on stools. So she finally hops off the stool and comes around like, oh, thank God. And we'll, considering it is whole beans, she'll pull down a coffee grinder and just plug it in, dish the beans into that, and press down on it while with one hand while filling, the little pot with water, pouring it into the back of the machine, pulls down a filter, pours the grounds into the filter, taps it out, tries to get it all out of there, sets the grinder aside to rinse out.
Kind of watches in amazement. It's like, there's so many things going on right now. You can see it in his face. Just like, why is there so many things just to make coffee? Just like as every little thing is like, this is put in the sink, this is left to drain out. What the fuck is this? What the shit is that? It's like I just stood there. There's like teaspoon, mug, tea bag, hot water, and then becomes another challenge as he opens the fridge. There's just at least 4 different bottles of milk.
There's like milk and half, and like a vanilla creamer, and
there is just all these kinds of milk,
whole milk
that Tom does not understand, and neither does McDuncan. This is the beauty of playing somebody like this. And he just stares. Shade.
What?
Which one of these is the fucking milk?
Those 2.
Oh, this one.
That one is actually like thick, like proper heavy milk, and that one is water that pretends really hard that it's milk.
What? Where's the green cap?
There,
the middle ground. Is there a middle ground? What is wrong with this?
Probably some 2% in there. Hold on. She like kind of glances in, peers around. Oh yeah, there's like a half gallon back there. Points.
It's kind of like reaches, pulls it out, just looks at it, looks offended by the fact that the carton is nothing like he's used to seeing.
The cap is a different color. It's like blue instead of green.
It's totally different color. It's not even the same shape. It's just like, slowly pours it in the cup of tea, puts it back in the fridge, closes it, dryly drains out the tea bag, puts it in the bin, sips.
Yeah, she meanwhile is just leaning on the counter. The coffee pot's running. She does pause to kind of reach around and like use a paper towel to wipe out any remaining grounds in the grinder, sticks it back up in the cabinet, and then retains her nice butt lean on the counter in the kitchen in the public housing. There, buddy, pal, friend. But yeah, just pops a lean, pulls down. You know what? To McDuncan, this is probably an absurdly and unnecessarily large mug.
And he just, kicks back, relaxes. There it is. There it is.
Oh, God. So how different is it over there? As far as, like, I guess even just the basics. She kind of jerks a thumb towards the coffee pot.
Hmm. Oh. Died. You know what? It's not a lot of things. It's a few little bits. It's things that you just overlook. You just overlook, and you come over here expecting it all to be. It's not. It's not the same. It's completely fucking different. Throws you out completely. Completely throws you out. I got lost in Walmart the other day. Lost. Fucking lost. We were at New York, all right? We were up in New York before we came down south. And I tell you what, I've seen busy cities. Glasgow, that's a busy city. Edinburgh, a little bit busy. Aberdeen has its moments. But fuck, the Big Apple. Why do they call it the Big Apple anyway? There's no apples in sight.
I don't even remember where that started. Not gonna lie to you, I could probably Google it. She goes the autopilot hand goes into pocket.
Right. Well, yeah, I was up in New York. Well, sitting down. I mean, we haven't gone a fancy meal. Treating the wife and all. You got to treat the wife every so often. But sat down having a fancy meal, talking away. And there's a couple looking at us. I'm like, what the fuck are you looking at, you pine Jackster? And he didn't take too kindly to that. So he wanted to stand up, I don't know, probably dick waving in front of his girlfriend or some shit. But the next thing you know, his head was for the glass. The little fancy glass architected bullshit that they seem to have. And I just scored it out, but it's fine, don't worry about it. Just threw me out. People are so rude.
She's briefly squinting at her phone. She's like, oh, apparently it's because of the old horse racing. Someone just kind of casually used it in an article and it just took off. Shrugs, shoves her phone back in her pocket. And yeah, especially in New York, people are rude. At least if rumor is to be believed.
It's terrible, guy. Absolutely terrible. Sips tea.
She kind of shrugs. I mean, what you gonna do?
What am I going to do? I'll do what I always do. Give him the old Glaswegian kiss.
An eyebrow slowly lifts.
What?
I'm assuming you mean punch him?
Headbutt.
Oh. See, I was way off.
Hey.
Well, okay.
I don't do stares. It makes me uncomfortable. Don't like it. Don't like it at all.
You don't do what?
Stares. People staring you down.
Oh.
Who the fuck do you think he is? Piece of shit.
Couldn't tell you, really. Kind of still just looking idly bemused as she goes in autopilot. She snags the pot out, and of course the drip automatically shuts off without the pot down there pressing the thing up. So she snags it, pours the cup, and quickly puts it back under so that the filter doesn't overflow. And makes her way, slides over to that fridge to snag some of that creamer. So, give me 1 second, and then I actually totally want to hear these stories because I don't know. It sounds interesting and different, and I don't know that I'm ever going to get a chance to go that far away, but I don't know. The way I've heard a lot of you guys talk about it like home. Sounds like it just feels very different than here.
Hmm. Well, yeah, no, it's different. To be fair, to be honest, I've only been it's home. Yeah, it's a Fianna home. It's it's in Ireland, but I'm not Irish, so Scotland.
She just kind of shrugs.
It's still one big happy family. Oh, it's one mildly disgruntled family. It was more the truth.
Mildly disgruntled.
Ah, yes. There's no, there's always happy, but somebody's always a bit pissed.
Pissed isn't drunk or pissed isn't angry?
No, no, pissed.
What?
Pissed.
What's that?
It's kind of the same.
It's what?
Don't worry about it, right? Don't think on it too hard, all right? Just get your coffee down you. Get it down you now.
Yeah, she throws in some of the creamer, flicks the thing back into the fridge, gives it like a half-hearted stir, and almost immediately starts carefully trying to down coffee without burning her entire mouth. It's a delicate dance.
No, but I am from the sept of the twin monoliths. It's a nice. It's not a massive thing. It's in the south of Scotland, just on the border of Scotland and England. Quite nice, nice place. Then just above the Lake District or whatever the Lake District. I think it's the Lake District. Lots of mountains, lots of lakes. Funnily enough, lakes in the Lake District. Who'd have thought?
Who'd have thunk indeed? Usually names are more misleading.
Usually.
And she'll putter around and kind of like pause to see if he's game to follow, to go over to the sitting area and like commandeer one end of one of the couches.
Yeah, she came up to walk over there. Respectable gets up, follows over, plunks himself down in some form of chair.
So what was it like?
What?
I imagine the sept was different.
Oh, it's very different to this one. A lot greener, in fact. Surprisingly. Oh, a lot greener. Very green. Twin monoliths. You'd expect it to be. I thought it was quite a name. But funnily enough, it's quite literal. There's two big massive stone monoliths. Lots of greenery.
Kind of like the ones I've got out there, or bigger?
No, big. No, really big. Like 20 feet tall. Massive.
Oh, shit.
Oh, absolutely huge. And this, in between the two is where the heart of the sept, the cairn heart, whatever it's called. That it's just absolutely beautiful. This kind of moss and twining vines. Oh, just looking at it, just so pretty. So pretty.
That sounds it.
I always say all went out from there, lots of nice woodlands, lakes and such. And it wasn't a massive sept, there's plenty of room and all that, but it's a nice place. Not too far in the wildlife, but again, it is only Scotland. It's only so far you can go wild without going far up north.
Oh?
But it's the north of Scotland. That's the Highlands. God, when you get lost in the Highlands, it's just mountain after mountain after mountain. There's not a lot up there. And from what I know, from some of the stories some of the guys told down in Monolith, it's not a nice place to be.
Why is that if there's not much out there?
Leeches.
Oh.
Lots of leeches. And all other manner of shit. It's just it's just nasty. Oh, horrible.
What, out in the mountains, like away from civilization?
You'd be surprised. That's just north of Scotland. It's just a fucking shithole.
I always thought they clung pretty close to cities and people.
So did I, but no. The stories they told, it is just full of shite that's trying to kill us.
Well, all right.
Aye. I didn't believe it for a while, but you know what? I saw a few things and I ain't questioning that. Not at all.
Where the fuck's my steak? Oh, there it is.
Slow head roll.
Kitchen.
Yeah, there's a glance over as people have been coming and going and coming and going, and Alice has only just now called attention to the fact that she has wandered into the kitchen. There's a slow lean over. You gotta watch out for the steak. She gets tetchy if she doesn't get her, like, 3, 4 meals a day? I don't fucking remember. Jesus.
The only steak I eat is my own. I don't go fishing in the fridge, apart from the milk.
You know, to be fair, I'm pretty sure the milk is kind of a community thing. I know I've refilled it a couple times.
Oh, aye, it's a community thing, all right. So I'm getting my fair share.
Seems legit. Let's glance over at the fridge.
Alice just pulls out like a fucking plastic baggy chunk of bloody meat. Then there's butter involved on the frying pan. The meat sits for about 1 minute aside. For being generous here, it's more like 45 seconds on the edges. It then goes to a plate.
Blue rare, huh?
Yep.
It's a vague nod.
Ah, it's better than boot leather.
Oh,
Definitely.
God.
You can't be doing with people that eat the steak like boot leather. It's awful. Awful, I tell you. Absolutely awful.
Yeah, it is. A waste of good steak.
But
I would have just preferred to eat the whole fucking thing while I was there, but only so much I could get. Had to cut the rest up.
What?
Oh, this fucker's a deer I got about like a couple days back. Fridge is full of this guy.
oh, so that's what the head was in the freezer.
Yeah, I didn't know what to do with.
Oh,
Tried
yeah,
to
fair
like
enough.
Google something.
I'm
Should
sure
try
one of the
boil it.
Thayages will want it.
Oh, you could just by boiling it. Like a lovely
Huh.
little trophy.
Yeah, I'll see if Lily wants it or something.
I never know what they want, honestly. I did get Lily the one shell, though. That was decent.
Look, Lily and I get on great. She's a good friend of mine. I have no idea what the fuck she's thinking.
I think that's kind of part of her whole image thing. I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
Kind of glances over. Lily's the get Thayard. Stays over, points back towards where she came from. Ravens.
Oh!
The one with all the scales on the other side.
Oh no. I think I know who you mean. I haven't met her yet. Not properly, anyway. Seen her definitely walking around.
Ravens are good people. And Alice sits down and starts eating her steak with her hands like a fucking caveman.
I'm not saying they're not. I know Maria. She's very nice. Lovely girl.
Gets a vague glance and grin of appreciation. She is, and you know,
What?
I mean, we saw some fucking shit on that trip down south, but I feel like she came out better for it.
Well, now I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, did you hear about the Drake's company?
I heard little bits and pieces, but there's not been any gallios singing. Funnily enough,
No?
Maria has been too busy shoving alcohol down her throat to even tell a story.
I think she's just composing a fucking veritable novel of tales.
Hey,
But
Composing her fucking ligaments back where they're supposed to be is what she's doing.
well, probably a little bit of that too.
so it was a good one down south.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Oh,
if you consider near-death experiences a good one, then absolutely, fucking. So, they came up here, got a hold of some friends. We managed to fall into the friends category. Kind of jerks a thumb between herself and Alice. And we went down south. Said they found something down there. And had been chasing this monster, this old leech. Apparently had been plaguing their family. So we get down there. There's this whole village. It's supposed to be full of Getkin, you know? And it was just decimated. There was, what, one kinfolk left? Two Guru?
One kinfolk, one guru.
There were two.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, out of the whole village, they're the only ones left. And and she's turning around to glance at them. They'd, barred themselves up in the town hall, really reinforced it because there were waves of monsters rolling out every night. Some sort of dag nasty shit, like looked like pains almost. But I mean, they were on this side. They were physical and real. Looked like they'd been all twisted and warped up and different things mushed together. Some of them had goat heads.
Not even counting the fucking zombies.
Yeah, it's not even counting the fucking zombies. So waves of these things that hit at night. And them and those fucking flying things. How do you... The fuck were they? Some sort of nasty gargoyle looking... Looked like some shit out of Final Fantasy.
Pretty much fucking skeet by the time I was done.
Yeah, true enough. That was some fucking good shooting. So, waves of monsters that hit at night. Some of them flew. Some of them were like zombies. Some of them were like cobbled together messes. And so we had to deal with that for a night or two. And then we went out looking around, trying to get a lay of the land, figure out where Big Mama Beastie was dug in. Found another like ancient abandoned town almost. Like it was ruins. It was old stuff. But she must have been holed up in there somewhere because we went in there and even the ground like reached up and grabbed Alice. The wind fought us, the ground fought us, everything just fought us every step of the way. I don't know how a leech can do something like that, but
Well, definitely sounds like you had a lot of action.
there was a lot of action. There were waves of things at night. It was everything we could do to put ourselves together during the day. It turned out there was a cairn there with almost no one left to defend it, so rolled in, killed almost everything in there, chased the last one out. Thought we killed her. But chased her out all the same. She lost all her footing on that land, recovered the cairn. But man, it was... I'm sure Maria will do a better job, but it was like some epic adventure story from centuries ago. There was a fucking dragon.
One of the ones I killed looked like a person when it died.
What?
When the last fight before we got to the mansion, there was a guy. Well, okay, guy is kind of a loose term here. That wasn't flying.
Oh yeah.
And I took him down, but for like a second before he blew up, just looked like a guy.
Oh.
I don't know. Maybe I was just seeing shit.
The nose kind of wrinkles. I wasn't close enough to that to see it.
Fucking. I mean, out of all the ones that weren't zombies and shit, only one of them like didn't blow up. Fucking spoil sport assholes.
Yeah, that was fucking weird. She actually glances over. So, yeah. So it was the weirdest shit. She actually turns to glance over. So we take him down, right? Like you do. The good fight. Drop him to the dirt. And poor Alice kept trying to get trophies. And every time, like, she'd go lop a head off and they would just explode into, like, dust and blood and, like, they just disappeared
Huh.
every fucking time. Oh, every
Well,
time except one.
well.
I don't know. I still don't know how to explain whatever that was.
Oh, don't worry. I get the idea. And that's what matters. Because not going. I'm sure Maria will tell about a story because that was a bit. It's kind of does a hand gesture like
It was
yeah,
lackluster.
a bit all over the place. But I know that I made the right fucking choice. Oh,
What?
when I came to America, I don't think I came here on my honeymoon.
How the fuck does one of us end up working for a? That couldn't have been one of us.
I mean, it kind of looked like one of us. I'm pretty sure it was. I mean, it was fucked up, but that was a Krynos. A really big one. It's the only thing that didn't disappear.
Points for not being a spoil sport. Yes.
It's weird, though. Didn't revert.
Well, all that matters now is that you managed to kill it.
Yeah.
See? Look at that. They'll be celebrating. You killed the fucking thing. Saved the cairn, did all the, like you said, great adventure shit.
And Big Bitch herself didn't go down. Ran. Didn't go down.
Well, that just means there'll have to be a sequel now, won't there?
Suppose so. Assuming she's even on the continent anymore.
Oh, I doubt it won't go far.
You think?
Oh,
No,
no.
it's over.
Oh, I don't think they will.
Know anything about leeches?
No, not at all. Not a damn thing.
It was worth a shot.
But I have heard the stories about a few of them. And I tell you what, you can root them out of their holes. You can fill them in, gas them out or whatever, but they'll never go like fucking miles away. No, because there was a time where some of the oldest, more experienced cattle back at the twin monoliths, where they're hunting, hunting leads. It's a common thing down there. Common thing. It's going up north, going to hunt, ash a few fuckers. But either way, what you always seem to hear is if they don't get them, there's always a possibility. Oh yes, they'll leave the continent. They never do. Never leave the continent. Like they can't go so far. I mean, the basic concept of the fact that the sunlight and all. I think that's actually, as far as I know, it's true. It makes it difficult. You know what I'm saying? But they can't exactly go far.
Suppose not. Not easily.
No, not at all.
Huh.
So I highly doubt they've gone far. But from what I know, it's not a lot of good detail, shite. But they always seem to stick around the same area.
Ugh. Any particular tricks or things they used when they were going out hunting? Stuff they always carried?
Not a guy's breath.
Yeah, fair.
Sips tea. It's like, hey.
Yeah. Guess that kind of follows. It was worth a shot.
I don't know. It's a young cub goes poking his nose in a few things. It's how you get your nose taken off.
Never were truer words spoken. Charlotte is like bundled up around this cup of coffee. Like, yes, this is my warmth. Yes. It's just we've got got at least something of a leech problem in the city. I figured any new tricks would be new tricks.
Well, I don't know why I try new tricks when if the old things still work. And I'm always down for a good old hunting. Look, I'm here to get in the action. I'm here to laze around drinking tea all fucking day.
You ever heard of one strong enough to pin down a Krynos?
Maybe. Don't know. If it's strong enough to pin down a Krynos, well, what do you do, Raya? Get a few more fucking Krynos.
I imagine that works great when you're actually hunting.
I feel like you're implying something there, Raya.
I am saying pretty plainly that there was an element of surprise.
Oh. Carta Figard.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Nothing to get the blood pumping like a sudden surprise and, thinking on your feet. Gets the adrenaline going.
She actually kind of idly reaches up and like rubs at the crook of her shoulder because let's face it, she's been through some shit. She's taken a lot of damage over the course of her life, but nothing quite compares to Grip of the Damned. So she just kind of idly rubs at the spot like, ugh. Didn't go so hot. At least not till backup showed.
Well,
And even then, he kind of left of his own accord.
Oh, I didn't expect it to be. Considering the glum look on your face, Raya, it doesn't look like you'd fucking beaten anything. That's fine, don't worry, you get him one day.
That's the plan.
Of course it's the plan. Plan is to kill fucking everything. It all falls under one big plan. I'm not getting into that whole philosophy, because that's just sort of a pile of shit. And
boil it right back down to the litany.
And nobody wants to hear that whole fucking spiel again. Nobody. That's your job, not mine.
Whew. Yeah, I think we can spare ourselves that.
Like, alright, I know I'm new, but I still know the fucking rules, alright?
I hope so. Jesus.
What do you mean, hope so?
Can't imagine someone showing up making clear that didn't.
Fucking hope so. Fucking hope so. I follow the fucking rules. Think I am. Wouldn't be Alistair fucking McDuncan otherwise, would I?
Suppose you wouldn't.
No, I fucking wouldn't. Be my brother. He's a dick.
Oh?
What?
What's wrong with your brother?
Oh, he's a hothead. Big hothead.
Oh?
Hey. Last time I saw him, I broke his fucking nose.
In a brotherly love kind of way, or is in
of course,
I hate your face kind of way?
Well, he pissed me off and I broke his nose.
So in a brotherly love kind of way? She doesn't seem certain.
I don't. It was a while ago. I haven't seen him for what? Probably about a year and a half, 2 years now.
Oh?
Hey.
Was that before you changed?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that'll do it.
I mean, at the time I didn't know, but shit happens. I mean, they're all right. So as they're concerned, I'm dead, so.
Oh. Is that necessary? I mean, wouldn't your brother be kin?
They're kin, but they're unknown. No family. Yeah, it's a little awkward.
Safer to leave him that way?
Considering we're in Aberdeen, it's close to the north, close to the Highlands. At the minute,
just safer.
You see, it's just safer.
Makes sense.
Maybe there'll be a time, and I don't go back to him and say hello. Scare the living fuck out of him, of course. But until then, I'm here to claim as much glory as I can and have a whale of a fucking time.
Well, you've got all the opportunities in the world. There's leeches in the city. There's at least one really, really big leech in the city. There's still a veritable pack of spirals because apparently no matter how many we kill, they just keep finding more. There's like an agitated back of the head rub on that one. There's plenty of excitement up north in Wolfsmaw. There's plenty of excitement down south. God, did the Sept have a name? She like glances over at Alice.
Hmm.
Where the Drake's company set up.
Detail is kind of missing me now, but if it doesn't, it's gonna.
Yeah. So where the Drake's company is set up, probably more action down there. And of course, there's all this crazy shit going on in the city that I still haven't been able to put my finger on yet. Besides the leeches and the spirals,
You
as
see,
if they weren't enough.
plenty of shite to be getting on with.
Oh, absolutely. Oh,
like it.
God. Has anyone told you yet?
Told me what?
One of the spirals.
Hmm?
Okay. So, for what it's worth, if at any point you see me and I'm acting funny, I'm quiet, she reaches down and actually like pulls up a pant leg, like pulls up the nice cozy pants she's got on, like showing the tattoo. Check me for this. One of them has my face somehow.
Oh. Oh. Right.
So, please don't get ambush murdered by something wearing my face. I would literally die of guilt.
Yeah, no, get shanked in the fucking neck like me.
Well,
There's a wince.
I tell you what, Raya, it's nice to know that you care. And we've only known each other for about a day, if not a few.
Oh, hey, Charlotte, let's get out of here. Stabbity stab, stab my fucking neck.
There's another kind of like wincing wrinkle of the nose. It's almost like they planned it that way.
Whatever, I turned the tables. Ain't nobody gonna say different.
And I almost got fucking murdered by something wearing Jenny's face, so fun times all around.
I said, seems like you guys need all the help you can get.
We really
Sure.
do.
Charlotte, I love you, but me and that bitch have a reckoning.
You know what? You can have her. She wants to fucking kill me anyways. I think she honestly believes that killing me will somehow make her me.
A reckoning.
So, you know, I will not take it personally if you horribly splatter kill her. In fact, I would consider it a personal favor, knowing that something wearing my face isn't walking around trying to ambush murder people I care about.
I got to admit, between the fog and the nastiness of the situation, I may have misunderestimated a few things.
Well, for what it's worth, if you're ever not sure, the tattoo is a dead giveaway, but her hair is usually... She's got, like, bits of black hair in there.
It was
It's a
dark
pretty good
and
combo.
foggy, man.
I know. I mean, they literally set us up. They set us up fucking perfectly.
Yep. Hey, come to think of it, that nasty bit we got into the other night.
Oh, God.
Apparently there are all kinds of things running around now that can do all kinds of crazy, like, ooh, I look like somebody else type shit. They really weren't worth dick when you kind of got up and tussled with them, but up until then, it was confusing and frustrating.
What they look like.
Remember that ugly fucker that don't talk?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like him, and we went for it, and we're like, yeah, we got you, finally, you sneaky little shit. And then it was just one of them.
Oh, here. And she pulls the phone out quickly and begins scrolling through her saved photos and whatnot. Leans over for McDuncan's sake and begins pulling up at least the one photo.
Kind
She
of looks at it.
actually she'll pull up first up the picture of what the Sinister actually looks like in Hamid. I know this is one of their faces, the spirals. This is God, I don't even know her auspice. I couldn't even make a fair guess. But she goes by the Sinister. I just call her the smiling bitch. She grins a lot and is pretty distinguishable in Krynos. She is shock white. She minimizes that, starts scrolling through. The one obviously looks like me, and the other one looks like oh god, I hate using it for this. And she pulls up like one of the selfies of Jenny that she's got. Another one looks like her. She's
All right.
past since, so there's no need to worry about confusing the two, but it's fucked up.
All right. If this is how we're doing it, Raya,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm ever in a situation that's to decide which one of you is either the real you or the other one, I tell you now, one thing to know about me is that I always wear odd socks.
What?
I always odd socks.
She kind of grins.
Always.
Okay.
Hey, so there you go. One thing, it's common. You never know who doesn't know. It's just one of those things. You know, if it is a bit misty, kind of looks at Alice. You see? Oh, I've seen the movies, right? What's it called? What's the movie called? The big muscly man in it. You know, which one's the real and the fake?
What?
Oh, which one I mean? The movie with the thing.
Kind of glances over at Alice like, help me.
Sorry, I was focused on the last of my steak.
What's it called? The Sixth Day. That one.
What?
The what?
Saturday?
No, Sixth Day. It's a movie. It's an old movie. Old-ish.
Uh,
I don't think I've seen it.
Oh my god, you're telling me a glasswork has not seen the Sixth Day and a Fianna. You.
I feel like in the end, my list will dwarf yours.
But it's not the point. It's a classic.
Is it?
Schwarzenegger. It's a Schwarzenegger movie. Of course it's a classic.
I've never even heard of it.
me neither.
Hey, you fucking Yanks.
Kind of grins and does the helpless shrug. I've legitimately never heard of it.
Just nods, sips tea. Doesn't say anything. It's like, yeah.
Come to think of it, I haven't spent a whole lot of time watching movies for like the last 2 years. Read like a few books.
No, neither have I, but like I said, it's an old film, an older one. So I did watch it before. I was like, well, when you're on a fishing trawler at night, there's not a whole lot to do, and you've only got so many DVDs.
There's like the little lips rolling, like, yep, it's only so many.
Oh, speaking of which, Charlotte, it seems that some of my worries that I may or may not have texted my brother about are non-concerns.
Your worries?
Well, I was worried because he's moving, but the cows, but he's moving, and the horses. Are there still two? I didn't check. But he's moving, but dogs, and it turns out they're all coming with him,
Oh,
so I don't gotta worry.
well, all right. I'm glad you don't have to worry about the cows and the horses and the dogs.
Some vague concerns about the property, but eh.
I mean, how bad can a kinfolk trash a property?
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. He was the one who was tending everything out there.
I mean, surely someone's going to take it up, right?
Yeah, maybe one of my other brothers or some of my sisters. Depends.
Okay, so it should be fine.
Depends on which brother or sister.
Okay, noted. I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, you'd think like it could be more than just me and James. There's fucking 16 of us, but you'd think wrong.
Yep. That is a lot of kids.
Yeah.
Your mother is a terrifying woman.
She was in her time.
Awkward correction made.
It's all right. I might have told you, I might not have. I don't know.
There's been a lot going on. I Did I really? Kind of glances over. Did you really not see any of the others, by the way, when we stormed that place? Just the one that people's faces were wearing?
I mean, I was preoccupied for most of the time.
Okay.
Because me and that boy had to go do what we did. And that took a stupid amount of time. And like, it was like all they were there to do is preoccupy us and then die horribly.
Ugh. Another point of note, she goes scrolling through old reports, old photos, scroll. Finally, probably, I want to say she has taken one by now, pulls up a picture of one of the shrines that the spirals have been using. Tom knows what I'm talking about. And we'll pull up the picture and kind of show that over. Sparrows have been leaving these around their nests. Be careful. Don't just sit around it. Don't sit and stare at it.
Now,
just cleanse it and move on.
Now, why on earth would I sit around and stare at the damn thing?
You know, you'd think it's common sense, but we keep finding ourselves lingering close to them or needing to handle something else and leaving it up.
All right.
Just weird shit happens around them.
I don't doubt it. Have you seen the fucking thing? Look at it. Look at that.
I mean, yeah, but it's just dead shit and people.
Look at it. Oh, it's just dead people. Dead people strung up. Look. You're telling me the weird shit is not going to happen around that? You're fucking nuts. Have you never seen a horror movie?
I mean, yeah, but I mean, not everything follows horror movie logic around here.
It doesn't have to. Well, you don't look. If you go up to a shrine like that and suddenly fucking fairies start dancing around you, then I'd be questioning things a little bit. You don't expect good things to happen around these damn things. Look at it. Look at that.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. No wonder you need some fucking help up here.
It's been a lot, man.
Well, don't worry. Don't worry, Raya. Like Duncan's here now.
look forward to working with you.
I'm glad you do. It'll be a pleasure for you.
I'm sure it will. Oh, God.
Absolute pleasure.
So what have you been doing besides the polar bear swim? I hope you don't... Do you do that every day?
Aye.
It just looks kind of morally offended. The very notion.
You got to keep your blood pumping and your blood pressure low.
I feel like that's just a really good way to get hypothermia.
Aye, but that's what the hair is for.
There's... there is inevitable this face.
What? What?
All of us are quite so hairy.
I bet not.
She fucking tries not to spit out her coffee. Oh, God. Oh, Lord. So, has anything exciting happened here while we were gone for like a week? Or just the same old polar bear swim and...
Well, polar bear swim, better drinking, a few bar fights. It's just usual shite.
Pretty matter of course.
Pretty matter of course. Just meeting a few people, doing the rounds, and a few patrols and all. You got to do my part and all for the warder. But, the usual shite.
Right. You got roped into the Guardians too?
Oh, I volunteered. I'm not necessarily a guardian yet or anything like that, but I take up a few shifts. Always good to have more bodies walking around the borders.
Oh, I am sure you will get swooped up in no time if you haven't already and just don't know it.
Shrugs. Doesn't bother me either way.
I mean, it's a good thing to do. It's not a bad place to start at.
Oh, it is a good thing to do. To do your part, there's always tending to the shrines and all that shit.
I suppose so.
It's suppose so.
I mean, I stay the hell away from that.
Why?
I don't talk to spirits. I don't.
Oh, neither do I. But I'm sure they'd have wonderful things to say if I could.
Sure, they would. I just don't. Look, I understand people really well. Spirits, not so much.
Well, I understand neither at all in any form, but I know how to make people laugh. I know how to make them cry, and I know how to kill them. So that covers enough bases for me.
I feel like that's a pretty solid skill set, all told.
But hey, then that's all you need. Particular set of skills.
Sorry, say again?
I said, oh, that's all you need. A particular set of skills. Oh, yeah.
Sure enough.
Jesus Christ. That was so glum. Well,
it's not all that bad. I'm just
I know. No, gotcha. Right, I understand. You've been away for a week. It's been a challenging week. It has. So, no, I've heard. Well, your version of the story. I can't wait to hear that. The edited version.
The probably more complete and proper version.
Aye, that one. But it'll do for now.
Grinning.
Just relax for a bit. Fucking jeez, calm down. What relax? De-stress. Fucking can't go so high tense all the time. I would say you give yourself a heart attack, but if you give yourself a heart attack, I'd be mighty fucking impressed.
I mean, I feel like I'm making good strides in the right direction.
Well, if you were human, you probably would be, but you're not.
Big grin again. I don't know. I think if any guru can get hypertension, it will be me.
Well, no. Put your fucking feet up.
She proceeds to very literally put her fucking feet up.
There you go. Good. But relax. It's all well and good flying off the fucking handle and shit and having your moments, but hey, I'd have the balance.
Not a strong suit for me. Go figure. And sips coffee. Like, what a thug.
Huh. Well, then perhaps a new set of eyes is quite useful to you then, Raya.
I'm thinking they will be.
There you go. There. I'm going to go make myself another cup of tea. I would attempt to make a coffee thing, but I'm sure I'd just fuck it up even more.
Oh, you're alright. The pot's already full.
I mean, it's already done.
Yeah, it's just sitting on a heating pad. She kind of points over at the coffee pot. The pitcher's still at least like 2/3 full.
Just slowly turns his head. Seeing it is more full now than it was before. Just kind of squints his eyes at it. Oh, I see it, little piece of shit.
That actually gets her to crack pretty good. Just you might as well make a whole pot, right?
A whole pot.
If I don't drink it, someone else will.
Pot?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Yanks. Yeah, he just gets up and starts walking over to the little kitchenette pot.
I'm sure it'll pitch a glance over to Alice. Gotta get a general assessment. What's Alice up to? Staring into
She
space.
finished her steak. No one knows where she got the baguette from.
We just don't ask, really. Probably the same
Seems to
place
have-
she keeps getting her endless supply of apples.
Seems to have mozzarella and tomato slices in there.
Okay, now she's curious. Did you just magically shit out a sandwich?
No,
Are you sure?
it was in the refrigerator. Well, the bread wasn't in the refrigerator, but the rest of it was. You all was talking.
Oh. Fair. Gotta work on my fucking situational awareness, apparently. Jesus.
And then the fridge door opens. All you hear from the kitchenette pot is, "Who ate me all me fucking ham?"
It wasn't me.
Charlotte just puts her hands up like, nope, innocent.
It's probably Siege Engine.
It's probably Siege Engine.
Aye, that
Definitely
fucking-
Siege Engine.
Almost certainly Siege Engine.
I'll get him back. Oh, yeah, I'm fucking. Oh, yeah.
I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of runes in this motherfucker. Could have been any of them.
Yeah, true.
Know for a fact half of them smoke weed on the regular. Probably went to somebody's farm and ate a whole fucking pig next.
Yeah, probably. I mean, keep some chill, though. Can't complain. Hell, I'll start stocking the fridge again if I have to. Keeps people mellow.
I don't do that shit.
I can't imagine you being mellow.
Don't like drugs. Not a fan.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure whatever Corey slipped you was pretty hard shit.
Motherfucker. I saw shit for 9 hours.
Jesus, Alice.
At one point, I thought Zuri was a rainbow. At another point, I thought Zuri was my fucking great uncle Lewis. At another point, I thought Zuri was a giant talking owl. And then the owl was also rainbow.
I mean, all pot should do is make you kind of giggly and kind of like tipsy and hungry.
Now that just sounds like a party.
Yeah, I mean, why do you think it's so easy to get around here? It's not going to do anything terrible. It's just going to... I don't know if I can imagine you being giggly. Though I suppose with your luck, you'd end up just with the paranoia.
Look, man. I don't want to think so fucking hard anymore. I go to my friends Jack Daniels and Jim Beam.
Jack Daniels and Jim Beam. Well, Alice Pryor, one day remind me to introduce you to a few friends of mine.
It's a grin.
Alice gets like this distant look as she just imagines Fiona alcohol. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
What's that look for?
There are very few in the Get Offenders who have not heard tell of the legendary Fiona concoctions.
Well, I don't make my own. Fucking, who do you think? I'm just a fisherman.
Yeah, hear that? Just a fisherman.
What do I look like? A brewer? Fucking. Please.
Legend has it they mix things that should not be physically possible to ferment, and yet they do.
Aye. And what if the legends are true?
It would explain some things. The fucking picture, man, I can't.
I think you're just overworrying there, Raya. It's nothing. It's nothing at all. Don't worry. Just a bit of an old speckled hen, that's all. You know, famous grouse. What about grouse? Do you know a bit of grouse? Hey, like grouse. Grouse is nice.
Blanks.
Okay.
What? You not heard of grouse?
I mean, I've
No.
heard of grouse as...
What about Walker? Do you know Walker?
No.
No? Fucking
No.
aye.
Look. There are about 3 kinds of alcohol I've had in my life.
Bells. What about bells? Do you know bells?
Maybe. No. Okay,
Oh.
4. There's beer. There's tequila. There's whiskey. And there's moonshine.
Well, it's all the branded good. The branded stuff is, oh, it's normal. It's all right. So that I just listed. But the moonshine.
Oh, God, the moonshine.
Yeah,
That shit
No,
is
that-
dangerous.
That is liquid lava.
It tastes like candy.
it does.
It's so dangerous. I think I went through half of one of those jars. She kind of glances over.
Why
And I
would
did
you
some
just
really stupid shit, but I
you
went
just
through
ran through
I
half
didn't just
a
ram
jar?
through it all in one go.
You
Jesus.
just fucking like Starbucks latte gulp half a fucking jar?
No.
Like, oh my god, I love pumpkin spice.
But
Yeah,
pumpkin
no
spice
wonder
is
you got
fucking
fucked up.
delicious. She like brings up the point. Pumpkin spice is fucking delicious. You bite your tongue.
I think she feels ways about pumpkin spice, Raya.
She really does.
I can tell that. Holy shit.
Give her shit about it all the time.
Fucking delicious.
After all the times we nearly fucking died together, I get to give you shit about this.
It's fucking delicious. And if that makes me basic, well then.
It probably doesn't even like exist in nature. Have you ever seen someone extract the spice of the pumpkin?
Well, I wasn't going to say it, but
It's almost like the entire concept is that it's based off of the same type of thing as apple cider. You ever see someone just pull cider out of an apple? No, it's because there's spices
mean,
involved. Pumpkin
like-
spice is base pumpkin
In the
and
most technical
spice.
sense, I've been to like apple cider making parties.
You can't just make cider over the course of a party. It takes time.
Really fucking don't.
I mean, unless you're just making fucking hot cider, which is, by the way, fucking delicious for the
I mean,
same reason the
that-
pumpkin spice is delicious.
That's the point. Everybody brings their apples. And then you put them bitches through the juicer. And then you fucking make the hot cider and you all drink it. That is an apple cider making party. The only way they're possible is because everybody from the neighborhood brings their own apples to contribute to the community pile of apples.
Sounds fucking delicious. Now I want cider.
Don't even get me started about the kind of shit that goes down the Bayfield Apple Festival.
You told me about that already, and I want to go.
It's amazing.
But pumpkin spice is literally, it's like just the pumpkin equivalent of cider. It's a spiced thing. That's why it's pumpkin spice, because there's spice with the pumpkin. Like cinnamon and cloves and shit. Jesus. And nutmeg.
it sounds awful.
It's fucking delicious. Like looks over, like the offended look. It's fucking delicious.
Oh shit. Sorry, calm down, right? All right, I get the idea. Fucking Jesus.
So another little point. Like, don't you fucking call my pumpkin spice into
don't-
question.
All right, don't
Like
you
the little point.
Don't you point at me like that, Raya. Out of respect. No pointing, it's rude. Rude to point.
She kind of considers this for a second, kind of shrugs, drops a point. Yeah, fair. Still though,
It's shite.
you never even had it.
I've heard on the grapevine. Sips tea.
You have heard from haters, good sir.
Ah. Wasn't everybody a hater, though?
Well, I mean specifically pumpkin spice haters, as opposed to other more different kinds of haters.
I don't know how I would have heard from them. There are very few people that care so passionately about pumpkin spice. Definitely you're one of them, but you're not a hater. Yeah, you like it a lot.
I do.
But I can clearly fucking tell, honestly. I don't know what it is.
It's almost like the tirade was a mild hint.
It could be that.
I mean, could be anything really.
It could be. Could be anything. Fucking Yanks.
Sticks her tongue out.
Well,
That's right. We've gone back to grade school.
to what?
Oh God.
Grade school. What the fuck's a grade school?
Elementary school?
What?
Oh, for the love of God. Kindergarten?
What?
All right, now I feel like you're just fucking with me.
Oh no, I know what kindergarten is. That's like your thing for nursery.
What?
Nursery.
I mean, except that there's teachers, not just people nannying and chasing you around.
Reception then.
It's
What?
the weirdest language barrier I've ever had to deal with. I don't even...
Don't look at me. It's not my fault it's all backwards. For that, you can blame the British.
Fair enough.
I'm glad we agree. Sips tea.
She just kind of shrugs.
Alice keeps eating her baguette, which
Oh, I see. Go silent.
what,
Glances over at
what
Alice.
y'all were hooting, hollering about schooling and pumpkins. I'm just over here with a fucking job and other concerns on the brain. Trying to think of what I'm gonna say to Talia next time I see her and things like that.
Did you say job?
I mean, I have many fine jobs in this community.
Oh.
Like hell, how do you think I spend my time, Charlotte?
I mean, you do spend a lot of time smoking meat in a tent. It's a vague grin.
Look, that's a sideline for when I have time. It helps preserve it for the most part. And doesn't taste bad.
Yeah, fair. Oh, God.
What?
Just. He just rubs a hand on her face.
I mean, hell, I'm trying to figure out the point at which we can get this going on the way it needs to go when I could possibly take some fucking time to go up and even visit her.
Does it. Who?
Talia.
She didn't stay down here?
Nope.
Oh.
Back up with her people.
Oh. So, Alice, I know that 10 is nice, but let me try one more time. Can I interest you in a fine apartment?
I like the tent.
Immediately adjacent to my What?
I like lugging things up and down hill.
Look, let the woman live a simple life, right? That's what she wants, fucking A.
Besides, it keeps, well, for one, I can see pretty far in pretty much every fucking direction. And for two, keeps me closer to, well, nature.
Yeah, fair. It was worth a shot.
Fuck what I do in an apartment. Vacuum. Maybe try to fucking fight with some furniture from IKEA.
You could do things like keep your food in the fridge so you didn't have
Parse
to smoke it
through-
all the time.
Parse through books.
Why would you suddenly take up habits you don't already have?
I read sometimes. Charlotte, you've
Okay.
seen the books that she reads. Like literally, she doesn't go to like a proper bookstore or a library. She just seems to accumulate shitty paperbacks from around the sept. You're pretty sure that these are paperbacks that get lugged around because like people get bored, and at best, they were bought from like the vaunted reading sections in a Walmart, and at worst, they're from the checkout line in the supermarket.
I mean, hey, Walmart carries some decent books. Some. Few. But yeah, she's just like rubbing her face. Like, why would you. Okay? I don't disbelieve that you read, Alice. Just. Never mind. It was just an offer.
Charlotte, you're pretty sure that Alice actually possesses the novelizations of some video games, but doesn't seem to understand that they're video games.
She is not, you know what? She's happy she reads recreationally at all. She's not going to judge. She'll just eventually get her some better books. I'm not gonna lie, it was at least half selfish as an offer anyways.
Me.
I mean, I prefer the apartment myself, but Felix really likes staying off sept. He prefers
I
it.
mean, like, ain't we not doing that right now, though?
Yeah. Because I don't feel safe.
And it would be like just us, and I can't keep a fucking eyeballing him like all the time.
Well, no. But
Nor would that
I'm
boy
home
listen.
at
He'd probably
night.
just flip his hair at me.
That's why I said next door.
Ain't no listening to him.
That's why I said next door. It's not like you'd have to live with us.
Be like, hey, Felix, I need you to do this for your safety. And just be like, no, hair flip.
I'm pretty sure by the time you've barged into our apartment for our safety, there's not much arguing to be done.
Oh, yeah, even worse. I think there's something going on. I come in there loaded for loaded. And fucking, instead it was a dash of something else, and then I could never get those images out of my head ever again.
I don't scream during sex, Alice.
Oh,
Maybe he does.
He doesn't scream
Maybe he
like
fucking
we're
yodels.
dying during sex. That is not a thing that either of us does.
I'm just gonna be sitting there reading my Resident Evil books, and I'm just gonna hear hee hee and fucking just think something's up. And I'm gonna go in
I
there
feel
and
like
you're
if
gonna have
either
a
of us
broken
starts
fucking door.
yodeling, you should probably be worried anyways.
well, you know, I'm glad we got these out in the early days, Charlotte Raya. So that I ever know that you're in a panic, I know that it's not because you're having fantastic orgasm. It's because you're actually in a panic.
She turns vaguely pink and starts rubbing the side of her face again, like, oh. Yeah, I don't scream during sex, Alice. It's screaming is reduced, that is reserved for panic and fear and surprise. That is not.
Not to mention, who's gonna back us up out there?
At least if there was two of us, one of us might be able to call for help.
Like, yeah, because that's worked out the last half dozen times. You ever notice our
more willing
phones
to use
seem
your
to like
phone.
conveniently shit themselves every single time? Every single
We
time.
literally didn't
Nobody
call
has
last
signal.
time.
Or the magic ice.
Signal has
fucks
never
up the
been a
phone.
problem.
Have you
Or
ever,
fuck.
hold on a minute. Have you ever thought about getting some signal flares?
Alice seems to actually entertain this notion.
Even Charlotte actually looks like she's trying to cover it up, but she looks like she's seriously considering it.
Because, you know, if a boat, you know, you're out fishing and you have a mechanical problem, you go down, you get stranded at sea, you take flares. But the guys from land can see you. You know, you got a satellite phone, but you need to signal where you are. And, you know, a city's not that far, not that big. If you fire up a flare, a certain color or whatever the fuck, people don't know what they see.
Charlotte gives Alice the most begrudging glance of understanding and agreement that has ever existed.
Hmm.
The fact that I can see your silence and the amount of eyebrow waggling you're both fucking doing, I might be onto a winner here.
Signal's never been the problem. The one time I couldn't. I don't know why. He just told me to call off my backup and then give him his phone. Or give him my phone. And I did. That is the only time the phone has fucking failed me. Because I gave it away.
Only trying to help.
She's looking at Alice for what it's worth.
man? Why are you staring at me?
Like I said, don't worry about it if you don't want to. You can say no.
Mm.
Just trying to, I don't know, preserve an illusion of normalcy. Failing.
Preserve an illusion. What's a fucking illusion for? Just have normalcy. Jesus Christ. Just relax. That's what I mean. Just fucking relax, woman.
I can't.
That's how you fucking learn how. Get a massage. Huh? Go get some hot rocks and put them on your back or some shit like that. I don't fucking know how it works. A spa day, whatever the fuck. Jesus Christ.
I mean, it doesn't turn off the fact that there's at least one leech that wants my ass and can get in anywhere, apparently, and trick cameras, so I can't use that. And then there's a whole pack of spirals in the city, and at least two of them want to get their hands on me specifically, or my fiance. And
Well.
I mean, surely they have some of the same gifts we do.
Well.
Being in an apartment isn't much of a defensive plan.
Well, Raya, ain't you just the center of fucking attention right now? Get yourself a spa day.
Fucking sucks.
Spa day.
Spa day does not change the fact that I
Spa
can't stay in my
day.
apartment.
So you make fucking do with what you got. Some people don't even have apartments up there.
Most of the people who don't want them. Starts kind of rubbing your temples.
Learn to relax, Raya. Stress your fucking self out, and you make a bad decision you won't gonna regret.
No, don't worry. I stress about that too. It's right on the list.
Jesus Christ, woman. All right, I've given my advice. That's all. That's all you've got. I've run out of shit. I'm not a theurge. I'm not wise.
I
just like to.
appreciate it.
I just shout and scream a lot.
I still appreciate it. Alice, have I ever been able to relax in the time you've known me? Did that start before? Okay. Yeah, that started before you were here. When did I get so bad at this?
I don't know.
Shakes her head. Ugh. Thank you, Alistair.
For what?
This talking sense.
It's just fucking logical. Jesus God. It's just... Oh, my way of thinking, right? It's easy. It's real fucking simple. You're a 9-foot death machine. You know? But you're not a 9-foot death machine now.
You seem to remember this topic coming up before.
Easy. You're still a pupil. You need to do people things. Your people needs. Admittedly, it's different for every person. Fucking A.
You're not wrong.
I'm not. Of course I'm not. I'm always right.
Are you?
Right. I wouldn't start an argument if I wasn't already right. Should be lucky I'm not chasing you around with a wooden spoon, Raya.
You and Maria can fight over the wooden spoon, and I'll just run. I've learned.
We wouldn't fight over a wooden spoon. We'd get
Oh,
one
you
each.
just bring another wooden spoon.
We'd get one each. She gets it. That's why I like Maria. She gets it.
He really does. It really does. Okay, well, I think I've been depressing enough. I'm going to drink this coffee, and I'm going to pretend I'm not working my way towards screw hypertension.
I don't. Stop fucking pretending. Relax. Spa day. Spa day.
Kind of terrified by the idea of trying to get a spa day on set.
Spa. What?
She
Oh, what about-
grins.
Get your fiance to give you a back. Doesn't your fiance give you back rubs?
Of course he does.
Well, then there you go. Have a fucking day of it.
Ugh. All right, I could do that. I can totally do that.
Good.
There's like the firm nod. She just kind of blanks out at that point, like she doesn't know what to do.
Great. All right. Well, now, considering we've had all this, and my advice has fully gone out of its fucking way. I'm not wise. Anyway, I've got shit to do. To get out. As he stands up and starts walking out.
Oh.
When I say get out, I can't tell you to get out. It's public housing. I'm just going to leave instead.
Fair enough.
It's been a pleasure talking to you, Reyes.
Thank you for listening to me babble.
All right. Always here to listen. Good Galliard has to listen. Nod, sage nod, like yes.
Valued skill. Part of the skill set.
And then he just strides around the corner. It's like,
What rank is that guy?
He's a Cleith.
What kind of old for Cliff?
Shrugs. You want to ask?
No, not really.
In the end, gonna give it the same sort of thing I give Skyripper. If
Speaking
there's
of
some
which-
history there, so be it.
Are you doing okay, man?
She kind of glances over. No?
Because I don't know how mentally present you were after that thing, but some shit occurred. It was,
How bad was it?
well,
I could barely hold my shit together. I just...
oh,
remember
you
being
were
scared as
eight
hell.
kinds of fucked up, and Undergrowth volunteered to go talk to you, and whatever you said to him cheesed him right off. And the most amenable thing was for us to leave, as in we were being asked to leave in that manner in which one can be asked to leave a place.
Yeah.
However, they put a fucking timer on that because you were in no position to be moved by much of fucking anybody. So I got to eat a bag of chips and wait. Eventually, you decided to leave under your own locomotion, and then I had to talk you into getting in the truck. And when you finally got in the truck, you didn't want to go to the apartment, so I fucking took you back here.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen you in a
remember-
couple days since.
I remember some of it. I just...
Yeah, well, whatever you did, them boys over there are feeling ways.
God.
Like a real kind of ways.
Is there any sign that they were there? Is there any sign that they were even real?
Look, man, I'm gonna tell you what I told them. When I got back, everything was tossed and all kinds of just fucked up. Whole room had been trashed, and you were sitting in a fucking corner.
I was just trying to get away from them.
Well, that's it. I didn't see no sign of nothing else. Trash room, you half out your gourd. That was it.
I don't know. Like I've been around one of those things before, and I saw some shit. Okay.
Look,
But
I'm not
last
laying
time it didn't-
judgment on you. We all have seen shit.
Well, no, like I saw shit that wasn't there.
Like I said, I'm not laying judgment on you. We've all seen shit.
Do the things you see, are they usually able to touch you?
I mean, it's hard to say.
Like they grabbed me, they pinned me down.
Look, I'm not a psychologist, man.
I just
or a theurge.
I just
one of
thought
the two.
that maybe if you'd seen things before, maybe something had been able to touch you before too.
I mean, maybe it fucking did, maybe it fucking didn't. But the point was, I was tripping fucking sack, and maybe I just perceived that I was touched. Maybe it was all in my head to begin with. I imagine your brain can simulate its own shit. Seemed pretty real to the person hallucinating, wouldn't it?
I guess so.
I mean, and that's going on to say that it was even just you losing your shit. Maybe it was something magic-y. I don't fucking know.
Man, they do things. They do things to your fucking head.
Well, there you go. There you fucking go. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time somebody used darker forces to prey upon our minds. We had Radio Vampirella in our fucking heads for days. Nothing surprises me anymore.
I mean, she was just talking. Like, I can get over. Like, I shouldn't be able to, but I can get over things talking in my head.
I mean, was she just talking? Because I seem to remember us being in the Cyclone. And I don't mean the ride that comes with the fucking carnival.
That was real. That was wind.
Uh-huh.
We all felt it.
Does normal wind do that?
Well, no, but the ground doesn't usually swallow people either.
My point is...
And things aren't usually made of people.
Look. Magic stuff is weird. Maybe it's a magic that affects your mind. Maybe it made things that were there yet not there, like some kind of Schrodinger's fucking dong. All right? Like, fucking... I just kind of file it under one big umbrella known as magical horseshit. So, either you're going crazy, which no one would blame you for, or it was magical horseshit under your umbrella, Ella, AA. Fucking stop thinking about it.
Yeah, but how am I supposed to fucking do my job if I'm losing my goddamn mind?
Very carefully. I don't know, like talk to one of them children of Gaia's or something. That they seem to be in touch with their feelings and shit. If you really think you need like therapy. I'm serious. It's like their entire thing.
Nodding. She's like, probably right.
I mean, look, I'm a simple woman, okay? Say my prayers, take my vitamins, eat my vegetables, and I lift weights. That's good enough for me. But if you need whatever the fuck it is, I'll put it this way. You ain't a get offender, so I ain't got to hold you to the standard.
I'd be a terrible get offenders.
You'd be the fucking worst get offenders that ever walked on this face of the earth. Never drew my tribe.
I can't.
Good.
Never mind. I couldn't
Dude.
pass.
Fucking suck at it.
Actually, I might. But yeah, I wouldn't be there long. Not like this.
So, what I'm saying is, because you're not held to, wait for it, the standard, maybe you could open your mind a little fucking bit and try other things to deal with your fucking problems instead of trying to act like somebody you ain't.
I'm just trying to act like I have it together.
Well, you fucking don't, and it's cute that you're trying to fake it till you make it, but that ain't cutting water, so do something. Do anything. Because let me fucking tell you, Char, not making a decision is a big decision.
Did you just quote The Walking Dead at me?
What's The Walking Dead?
Never mind. It's a good TV show. I'll get with Netflix.
Oh. Eh.
A show about zombies and stuff.
I've had my fucking fill of zombies in this time of my earth.
Yeah, fair. No, just it's a line in the show. Yeah. I'm gonna go try to relax and figure out who I can actually afford to talk to.
Probably literally any child of Gaia. Go fucking ask Junkyard Dog. Deals with people's problems like every day.
He has a bunch of cubs to deal with.
Well, okay. I think he can be asked, considering you were one of his cubs at some point, to at least give you a reference. You know, the 2 to 3 sentences it would take for him to give you a reference. Are you on good terms with him?
Yeah. Yeah.
Then it'd
No,
be
we
like
were
2
fine.
whole sentences. Holy shit.
I also just kind of avoid. He stays in the public housing right next to the Cubs, and I
Two
still
fucking
trying to
sentences.
stay away from Damon.
Well, oh, then pick a time where he's not around them. He can't be around them all the time. He'd go crazy.
Yeah, he would.
Fuck it. Come on, man. You're supposed to be a smart one.
Look, I've been using a lot of my fucking bandwidth just to try to cope. Some shit's falling through the cracks, okay?
Well, I don't know what part of the brain that is, but switch to another one. Get her done.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll do that.
All right. No, don't make me fucking have to go talk to him for you. Be awkward.
She kind of glances over. Would you actually, if I needed it? Just kind of measuring. Not like she actually hopes or is wheedling, just studying.
In the event that I had assessed that you were either completely unwilling or unable to fucking do it on your own, I would consider it.
Thanks, Alice.
I mean, don't thank me for some shit I ain't done did.
Well, no, but I can thank you for being willing to do it if it came down to it.
We're friends.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to Lena's.
You know what you could do while you're at Lena's?
What?
You could ask Lena, who sees Junkyard Dog every day, if there is a good time to catch Junkyard Dog away from the Cubs.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah,
Think
you
I
could
could
do
do
that. Any other thing you could do.
I could just wait till she says she needs to go and take over and just use the context clues.
Huzzah.
In the meantime, I'm just gonna go lean on Felix.
Yeah. What, is that what y'all calling it? Yeah, go on. I don't want to think about it.
kind of shakes her head, gets up, finally goes to like rinse out and clean the coffee cup, set it in the drying rack, and yeah, just kind of heads for the door, kind of still playing with her hair, kind of combing it back now and again, ruffling it, whatever, but finally slides out. Any final words?
Mouse looks left. Looks right. Slowly takes the bacon jerky out of her pocket. Starts eating it. Hashtag no fucking sharing.
That's where my bacon jerky went. You little shite.
Oh god. So we're gonna call it there for now, I think. Oh Jesus.